Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Something very different today. Today I have Lani. Hello Lani.
Hi.
Lani is a member at Temple. She is one of our sponsored athletes, but she's not a powerlifter. She's a track star. What do you do, Lani? Tell us about yourself.
Sure. All in all, I am primarily a triple jumper, currently former Australian heptathlete, former Australian bobsledder for a little bit.
That's cool.
Former Australian rugby sevens player as well.
Bit of a superstar now. Triple jump is very impressive. I can't even do one jump. So tell us what triple jump is for anyone that might not know what it is.
Triple jump is like the long jump, but you've got the hop, step, jump, then land in the sand pit. It's an Olympic sport, and
hell yeah,
that's what we're aiming for, qualifying for next year's 2024 Paris Olympic Games.
That's exciting. And what sort of distance will you have to jump to sort of get yourself in the ballpark?
So with Australian Athletics, they make things very hard for us. They've set the qualifier to 14.5 metres.
Goodness.
To do that, I will have to break a 60-year Australian record and be the first female to jump over 14 metres.
Goodness gracious me, that sounds like quite a task, but
we love a challenge.
We believe in you.
Thank you.
So Lani, what are some of the goals you have for your sport in the near future?
So first things first would be to bang out a qualifier in November this year. Jumping 13.5 metres will get me into the international season. Awesome. To gain exposure, my world ranking, and then hopefully get a little bit closer to that 1450 in time for April next year, which is when I have to qualify for the Games. Then surpassing that, I'd love to qualify also for the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Victoria. To have a home Commonwealth Games would be a dream as well.
And you know, if you qualify, everyone from here will be down there supporting you.
Absolutely,
100%.
absolutely. Just nothing like competing on home soil, especially the competition of that caliber.
Definitely. And how, what's the biggest jump you've done in the last 6 months or so?
So I've jumped 13 metres 50 unofficially.
Hell
so,
yeah.
If you break that down over three, it's 1 metre over 3 phases. So although that seems like a lot, to me and my coach, it's very accomplishable, against all odds really.
And it takes what? It takes perfect preparation and perfect execution?
Absolutely, perfect execution and injury prevention,
yes,
which is a big one.
Exactly, but you are capable of doing it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I think you can do it.
Thank you. I think I can too.
Absolutely. Lani, what is the greatest thing you've accomplished with your sport so far?
Oh my goodness. I'd probably have to say wearing the green and gold, not over one discipline, but over 3 different sports.
That is hectic.
Yeah. So it was a dream of mine since I was 7, watching Kathy Freeman win the 2000 Olympics. Yep. And I was like, I want to do that with my life. 22 years later, we're still trying for the big one, the Olympic Games. But no, to have saying I've worn the green and gold 3 times is pretty special.
That is awesome.
But we'd love to, get the pinnacle at the, greatest sporting challenge in the world, being the Olympics.
And you shall do it.
Yes.
It is spoken, therefore it shall be.
Absolutely.
Okay, Lani, so since you joined Temple, obviously we changed your, training approach a little bit. We started really implementing full range of motion back squats and conventional barbell deadlifts. Now, in my experience, what I've found is these things are often heavily snubbed or looked down upon in the sports science community for the reasons I don't quite know, I don't understand, because every single time that I implement these very basic strength movements with athletes that are outside of powerlifting, it 100% works every single time. It's simple, it's effective, and when executed properly, without a doubt, it works. Now, Lani, how have you found implementing squats and deadlifts? And let's say, what have you noticed with your training outside of the gym? How did that help?
I suppose coming into Temple just shy of a year ago, almost 12 months.
It's been a long time.
I know,
it's gone so quick.
Yeah, it's gone so quick.
Crazy.
I was told due to breaking my back 6 years ago that I would never lift anything heavy again, and I would have never sort of accomplished anything in that realm. Since training with Temple in 6 months, I did a lifetime personal best in a deadlift of 170 kilos.
It's a big deadlift, even for a powerlifter. Even for a powerlifter. What do you weigh?
Absolutely, sitting at 72 kilos. So
That's a big deadlift.
yeah. So stoked with that, but more importantly, stoked that it was executed without any pain. Which was a big one for me as someone who suffers sciatica due to those disc issues, due to that back injury. Having a pain-free off-season was game-changing for me.
Absolutely.
And all I can say is having uncomplicated strength training has been the answer to that. I've been fortunate to train in some pretty impressive facilities around the world. As you would say, the best of the best in textbook, sports scientists knowing what they're doing, Australian strength coaches, strength and conditioning facilities. But since going to Temple, I've realised that those impressive, maybe Instagrammable worthy routines, plyometric exercises, well, they do serve their purpose, I suppose, in a more tapering capacity the closer you get to competitions. Without strength, you're going to get injured. And I found that not only being a teammate, to other team members, the closer I got to competition, without having that foundational strength base, everyone was breaking down all over the place. And since, not complicating my strength work, going for that full depth squat, and I'm the only one in my training squad on the track that does full depth squat, which is crazy to me, and conventional deadlifts over your, what's it called, trap bar deadlifts.
Over the trap bar deadlifts.
Over the trap bar deadlifts has been imperative into being uninjured all of my off season last year and this season.
Yeah.
I'm speaking it to existence.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's been such a game changer,
And you're stronger than ever, which is never a weakness, right?
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
I think one of the main reasons a lot of these coaches shy away from full depth squatting and deadlifting is because of the risk of injury. Now, that risk of injury is only present if you do not know how to execute the movement properly, right? They're
Absolutely.
very simple movements, okay, and you don't have to be reinventing the wheel. It's about executing them, obviously. I have a way that I like my athletes to execute lifts, and that is geared towards being injury-free and moving the most amount of weight possible. Now, this is important, right? We'll use you as an example, but also let's just say rugby league, okay? Now, let's say you're an athlete and you've got a limited amount of time to spend in the gym each week, okay? A very common problem because you spend a lot of time on the field, you have to work, if you're not a full-time athlete, you know what I mean? And you have to pay the bills, you have to get your track working, your gym working, work, social life, all this shit, right? So you're doing this, and let's just say you go to the gym twice a week. You get 2 hours in the gym, 1 hour a day, twice a week. If you go in the gym and you're doing stuff in the gym that you could be doing elsewhere, like realistically you could be doing it elsewhere, whether it's box jumps, plyometrics, there's nothing wrong with, but if you got limited time in the gym, you want to get the most bang for buck out of this, right? So when you're in the gym, you're a rugby player, get strong. Bench, squat, deadlift, do rows, do overhead pressing, get strong on all angles. Whatever sport it is you do, then take that strength and apply it to your skill. So you go to the track, you go to the field. You have this newfound strength, now apply it. Now move with this newfound strength. You'll be faster, you'll be fitter, more confident, more injury-free. There's nothing negative about it if you're performing them correctly and not overloading them. I'm not sitting here trying to break Lani. She communicates with me every session. How does she feel? How's your week been? And we make a call as we go.
Absolutely.
Right? If you're not feeling up to scratch, well, we're going to work on some technique. If you're feeling like you want to send it, we send it. Right? And that's communication is important, especially between coaches and high-level athletes. Okay, high-level athletes are very different to your standard client a lot of the time because their demands are very different. Okay, and they've generally lived with a discipline and a work ethic that other people don't have. They're used to training almost 7 days a week constantly. It's just a lifestyle, and then they're willing to put that work in, but you just need to give them that little bit of direction. And I hope that I've been able to do that for you somewhat. It's been positive so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think another thing that has been game-changing for me is having that two-way communication between the coach and the athlete. Sometimes, especially in this high-level strength and conditioning facilities, everything is the ultimate program.
Yeah.
It's not to be questioned.
Yeah.
Every set, every rep must be completed as per se.
Exactly.
But having a coach that not only understands that, you know, bodies change day in, day out, but also that knows what a 400 kilo deadlift feels like is very rare to come across. So, you know, having both Reese and T, who are athletes themselves in this facility, they know what these lifts feel like. They know how to prepare for high level competition, how to taper, how to eat right, how to prepare mentally and physically.
Mentally is big, right?
Mental is big. It's been awesome just to learn from. Like, I've learned so much about my lifts, about my education. I've been able to ask the tough questions, been able to ask, why did that feel weird? What do you think? You know, nothing's really off topic here, so it's been great. It's been great.
I've also learned how unathletic and how slow that I really am. And how I don't have a six-pack. So that's been great, so thank you, Lani.
No worries, happy to help.
And finally, now most of you people know what my beliefs are. I talk about them sometimes frequently, sometimes infrequently, but you get the gist, right? Now, what a lot of people are under, I guess, the impression here is that we don't let certain people train here, and that is absolute nonsense. Now, Lani, please tell us a little bit about your faith and how serious you are about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can say, you know, I'm a woman of faith, I'm a Christian, and training in this environment, while some may say, oh my goodness, like, are you allowed in there? And all I have to say to that is that, you know what they say, don't judge a book by its cover, right? And I think you should apply that same principle to people. And, you know, I certainly learned to take people as face value. And, you know, every person in this gym has only shown utmost kindness, respect, inclusivity to me since walking foot in this gym, but also support, which I think is really important, and that differs this gym from a commercial gym or from any other training facility, high-level training facility that I've been a part of. You know, when you join this gym, it's not just a gym membership, you're joining a team. So I think no matter what cultural background you come from, whatever your beliefs are, whatever you believe in politically, or whatever walk of life you come from, when you step foot in this gym, you know, as long as you can leave the ego at the door, you'll be met with, I think, the same kindness and respect and fist bumps after each PB, which is something, you know, that team environment is something I've never had in my strength training. So I think, yeah, everyone that walks in that door, like, you only have to discover it for yourself. You know,
awesome.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah.
Come
down and try it.
That's it.
You know, that's the big thing here, where it's not about, you know, what you believe in or all that shit. It's about, you want to come in this gym, you want to get better and improve yourself, you want to get stronger, you want to become the best version of yourself, and whatever that may be, we want to help you. That's what it's about. We're all on that same path. Now, we all have different beliefs, and that doesn't matter. What matters is that we're a community, we help each other, we support each other, and I think we've really found something special here, and we're very grateful to have you on board.
Absolutely. I mean, success fosters success. So being in an environment with people who have that similar goal of getting really bloody strong, you know, you're only going to open yourself up to strength. So absolutely, it's been great.
Absolutely. And well, thank you for doing this little chat. It's been nice. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll also put Lani's Instagram, social media, so go and check it out. Support her, she's doing some cool stuff. But anything you want to say?
Yeah, what can I say? I guess,
go to the gym.
Yeah, get to the gym, leave your preconceived notions at the door, and look, try it for yourself. Try it for yourself. You won't be disappointed.
What have you got to lose, really?
That's it.
That's it. But until next time, go to the effing gym. Watch my language with Lani.